Can you tell me what made you think? I mean, I know I read your story. I know you were in college. Professor recruited to
Right.
who recruited you, and most of the time, I think that's the way people get recruited
Yeah.
is
Uh,
through
uh,
college, right?
yes, currently today, until 1993, when they passed the Equal Employment Opportunity Act, they could just say, "Hey, psst, don't tell anybody. CIA, you want in?"
Yeah.
And then you have to pass the test, of course, but then you're in. Can't do that since '93, but they found a way around it recently. Um, until just a few years ago, you had to go to www.cia.gov and click apply. Not sexy at all. Not worthy of a story. But what they do now is they've got this program called the Scholar in Residence program.
Uh-huh.
So let's say you're from, Pittsburgh, and you're going to retire in 3 years. They say, listen, instead of retiring, why don't you move to Pittsburgh? We'll get you a professorship at the University of Pittsburgh. You teach a class in, the history of KGB operations in Armenia, and if you see anybody on the QT, let us know and we'll reach out to them. So that's the way they do it now. They have professors all over America at every major university. And they're like, CIA officer, scholar in residence. So everybody knows you're CIA. They're still doing what they have always done, but now it's out in the open instead of a secret.
Do you know the Unabomber story about this,
MK Ultra?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
this professor.
Yeah.
Do they do something like that until today? Where
They did that until 1975, but we have to take their word for it that they're not doing that anymore. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your opinion?
We probably are doing something like that.
And I mean, back then it was MK Ultra. What would they do now? What kind of programs, in your opinion?
Oh, honestly, anything their hearts desired. All they have to do is write a letter to the chairman and vice chairman of the two oversight committees. They can do anything they want.
They just rubber stamp it and they said, okay, go do whatever you want.
This is a big beef that I have with the oversight committees, is that they don't oversee anything. They're just cheerleaders for the CIA. Back in the 70s, the oversight committees, well, they didn't become the oversight committees until 1976, but the Church Committee and the Pike Committee in the House almost dismantled the CIA because it was a rogue organization. It was murdering heads of state. It was overthrowing governments. It was carrying out secret wars. And then Congress is like, well, wait a minute. We never said you could do any of that stuff. With these special assassination devices, these guns, the likes of which nobody had ever seen before, that they just invented, for the purpose of carrying out assassinations. And so they created the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence and the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence that were supposed to oversee the day-to-day functioning of the CIA. That was great until about 1986,